Sit. If we're on a walk, I'm going to have him sit before I release him to be free to sniff or pee or whatever he wants to do. Go. Pat his chest and say go. He knows now that that means that he's released. If I want to call him back onto the clock into work mode, then I always make sure, because I want him to develop a rock solid recall where you just say that word one time and it's like a reflex. He can't help himself. He comes right back to you, no matter whether he's running out into the street or running out the front door or chasing a cat, whatever it is. And you will achieve that if you practice in exactly the way that we started practicing with him. So if I'm going to call him back to come, I always make sure he's looking away from me. Even if he's just like standing there or sitting there and he happens to look away from me somewhere else, I'll call him then rather than having him stare at me, because that's not a real life situation. He's not going to be standing there looking at me most of the time that I want him to come to me. He's going to be moving towards something, running away, chasing something, getting out of control with the other dog in your household, whatever it is. And or maybe going to smell something gross or whatever in the street. So instead of restraining him and pulling him, which causes overstimulation and out of control behavior, because that stress on the leash just works the dog up and makes him out of control. Instead of doing that, you want to call him back to you on a tight leash. So what I would do is at least wait till he was looking away or distracted by something, have the leash in my left hand, have the reward in my right hand like this, the target fist, because when you don't have food and when you start phasing the food out after the training, he's going to see there's nothing in there if you call him to an open hand. So always make sure it's a fist, because he'll always want to come to that fist and he'll never know, you won't even realize after a while there's nothing in it. He'll just love to come to this target not knowing why. So he's looking away from me now. Come. See how he's coming to me? Good. His nose touches my fist. It opens up. I say good. He gets petted. I take the leash and I step into him and I say sit. Good. And he's back on the clock. So I'm going to do it one more time. Go. Notice when I called him to come to me, I backed away. Come. See how I'm backing away? When you back away, it draws the dog to you and the leash is loose and it's good. It's a very relaxing way to come back to you. Far better than restraining him or pulling him back to you, and it actually develops calm behavior doing it this way. And he's choosing to move away from the distraction rather than you restraining him and pulling him away. So it's two different worlds there. So if you would practice calling him to come that way, come. Wherever you are, whenever you're practicing, good. Whenever you're out in public, he's going to relax a lot, sit, and he's going to have a rock solid recall as well. Okay.